with this presentation. You have made so many things. You have designed so many things. And today you have come with something else, which is wonderful. You know, we have been learning how to use our creative imagination to create whatever it is we want. And I always tell you that science is about creating something, being able to apply your imagination, produce what you want. And we know that Africa is over-dependent on foreign goods. In fact, we seem to be a dumping ground where they produce things and dump here because we couldn't make what we should use. That's why we raise this class to help us think, produce the thing you want, so the next generation will be better off than what we see today. Is that okay? Yes. And I call this group Young Inventors class. I will call one student to explain how this, comes about.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You give us your name, your class, then you explain what is going on.
First of all, my name is Salistus Matthew. I'm in SS2, a science class. Here before this is a bulldozer. Its function, it is in repairing a road. It is in spraying sand, especially red sand, on the road before the water is being attached to it.
Okay.
It is made up of local material. As
local
you can
material?
See, yeah, the spring is made up of bluefin,
Alright.
wood, the syringe, and the aluminium.
Alright.
And then the tire here is made up of fan belt.
Okay. Fan belt.
Yes.
Fan belt.
It's not to produce friction for it to move freely.
Alright.
And then the engine under, made up of dynamo and gears.
Okay. Now, what gave you the inspiration to do this?
Okay, the point of it is that our country mostly depend on other countries. All our equipment are being bought from other countries. And you have been telling us and advising us also we should go ahead and then think of what we know we can do and then produce it. So we then came up with the idea of producing this because we know our country can produce this.
Alright.
In order to see how we can improve our country in the future.
Good. That's good. That is to say, Nigeria tomorrow is better off than what we see today.
Yes.
That's precisely these are all local material.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes.
That's good. Now let's see how you prepare. You can move forward.
Yes. And also backward.
Alright? Let's move backward. Let's see. You can reverse.
Yes.
That's good.
And also turn to any direction.
So it can turn?
Yes.
Okay, let it turn. Let's see how it turns. You can turn. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Now let's see. Can it lift up?
Yes.
Let's see. That's good. Now, what really help you to move?
Okay, this syringe here will produce pressure for him to lift.
It's just a pressure system.
Yes, it acts as a jack.
All right. Okay, let me see. Let's just lift again. Let's see. That's good. That's good. Now, what do you use inside?
Okay, normally you use hydraulic.
Hydraulic.
You use water in order to produce
Just
it.
water.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Now let's see how it just lifts and if it goes down again. That's good. That's good. Okay, that's good. This is awesome. Now, this thing is meant to just cup sand.
Yes. And then
You don't have sand now.
yeah.
That's good. That's good. So you can actually cup sand,
Yes.
carry it, and empty it.
Yes.
Can you see how it functions? Let me see how that's how it empties. That's good. That's good. That's good. This is awesome. This is what we have been talking about. That Nigeria, we can actually do something in this country. Is that okay?
Yes.
We can do something. If we can think creatively, we can actually make the things we want. We don't need to go to China, to Germany to get things.
That's hydraulic to allow it to enter.
It's not like it's just water.
Okay.
Can you just fix it back? This is wonderful. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. Now we have today our principal with us. Our principal going to see what is going on here, and I know he has one or two things to say to us. Principal sir.
Thank you very much. This is wonderful in the first place. This is comprehensive Sunday school.
That's good, sir.
From the name, that means people have the ideas of technicals.
That's right, sir.
No, it's not taught here. Do you have teachers for technical subjects here?
Yeah, what I do is I have class to teach them how to use applied imagination to create, and I have been teaching them.
It's wonderful. I think since people can do this, I think we will have when we will have a science week, people will exhibit all this for teachers to see.
That's good.
And not only that, I mean, if it is possible, link up all of people at the LC, the board to come and see what people can do. But I have really do the action.
Okay, sir.
Like, I don't want a situation maybe you call it on a carpenter. A carpenter, no, I'm just saying, a carpenter just watching what people can do and then produces this thing out.
Okay.
What I'm asking now is the theoretical framework as it relates to physics.
Okay.
Can you explain just the theoretical framework? Are you getting what I mean?
Yes.
How this thing works? Not necessarily, some of you can remember here, you look at what is done here, what is done. But if you are told to explain the workability, you cannot. As it relates to manipulation in physics. Are you getting what I mean? I'm talking about the theory, the theoretical framework, as it relates to this.
That's right, sir.
Because you may come and maybe, anybody who has not been to school before, and then watches you what you have done, and then do the same thing, which is of no use. I will emphasize on the theory, the theoretical framework, as it relates
To physics.
to physics.
That's true, sir.
Is any of you that can explain? Because if you are, taken out, you will be told to, explain its workability, how it works. Not necessarily, imitating people. This is if you carry, hydraulic and put here, this is what will happen.
Okay.
What of the theoretical framework as it relates to, like, now one can ask, what you are learning in Escavator? It relates to what topic in physics? If you are asked, which topic in physics will help you to produce this? I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Yes.
Which of the topics in physics will help you to produce this excavator? That's the question I should ask you.
So there's so many topics, sir. Like
Pressure.
the machine,
Motion.
hydraulic. You want to say something?
Yeah. Pressure and fluid. Yes.
That's
Okay.
right.
Yes.
Pressure and fluid.
Even force.
Yes.
Yes. Emotion. Emotion.
Emotion. Thank you very much. So you should be able to explain, if you relates it to your subject area. Not necessarily, copying people. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes.
You said, if you put this thing here, you put this thing, this is what will come up. Explain its workability.
That's right, sir.
Emphasis the theoretical, framework. Now that it works, you now explain when this is okay. I may ask, what makes this thing to move? Let's go. What makes it to move backward, and what makes it to move forward?
Okay, what makes it to move forward and backward is the control we have here. It's
Okay, the control.
Yes, made up of the dynamo and gears
That's
that
the
generate the current.
Just like a driver remaining,
Yes.
to order the gears.
Yes.
Okay, go on.
So the dynamo here, this wire connected to the dynamo, and then from this dynamo we also have our own dynamo under here, whereby the wire connected toward this toward the dynamo under here. Once you turn this one forward, it moves backward, and then once you turn this one backward, it moves forward.
So now
They
what
go
this one
into
actually does is it produces the EMA that powers the system.
That is fine. That's what I want to hear.
That powers
As
the
it
system.
relates to
See, we're not
the
actually
EMF.
because as you turn, you're turning a matter around a wire, and the EMF is induced, and that is what is used to power the system. In place of using this battery,
In the place
we
of
actually use this one to get the job done.
That is what I wanted to hear. Because you don't use battery here, ordinary
You're not
battery.
using battery.
And you don't use that's AC. You don't use AC and you don't use DC. That means that's what you are using to
The power is.
power it. That is the most important thing. How do you power it? Okay. Then what's of the hydraulic? What is the function of the hydraulic?
Okay. In place of the hydraulic, we use water just to create pressure.
Okay, that is fine.
Just to reduce the pressure, lift this thing up and down. You need pressure going.
That is fine. I don't recommend you to I want you to keep up. I want to recommend you to keep it. He has really right. And I want him to continue. Because when we have a science week, we may call in I'll call in some people. You may even hear in the news, even in the TV.
Okay, sir.
You may even see what I call when we have science week, for them to come and see what people can do.
That's right, sir.
I even comment to people.
Okay.
And I want you to use the same spirit. So you can go in for engineering program, because we have a lot of engineering programs. Technology, have petroleum, so electrical, mechanical. You should not stop here in all this school. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you should be very good in mathematics, very good in physics. That's why I asked you about the theoretical framework. Are you hearing me? You should be very good in physics. Because if you are so mechanical, just you know how to copy what your friends are doing without really knowing the basics. It will be of no efficacy. It will be of no use. So what I advise you stand in physics. If you are good in physics, the sky cannot even be your limit.
That's right, sir.
The sky will be able to be certain point.
That's right, sir.
So physics, with physics, you can go to any. I have not seen anybody that is good in physics and he's a doctor for life. I have not seen one. I mean one, I have not seen one good in physics and then he's a doctor for life. Even such an innovation board, they are looking for you. If you have masters in physics, they are looking for you to go into place. You know, you can work in any, engineering field. There's no place you cannot work. So I want you to keep up. You know, don't just copy. You know, look at what your friend is doing. You say, let me do the same. You should know about the truth. You know, this is like the movement of this, the motion of the thing. You say, this topic in physics will help this thing to move. Are you getting what I mean? Which topic in physics will make, this thing to come and carry water and then to carry sand? Why do we put water inside? You should be inquisitive. Ask questions. Ask your teacher questions. You get me? He's there. He knows it well. Ask him questions. Now that this thing is moving back, what makes it move back? Ask him a lot of questions. Because by so doing, you will be one of the best. One of the best. Yes. So I want to give up. I'll call on some people, maybe state some education board officials, to come and watch what they do. There will be science exhibition. Science week. You display what you know. But when you display what you know, the most important thing is the theoretical framework. Are you getting what I mean now? As it relates to physics. Don't just look at what your friend is doing, or the young people is this, then they come. No. It doesn't carry on. So I want to know these students who are experts in doing this. Yes, I would like to know.
Oh, yeah.
Don't only copy people what they are doing. Make sure you really know. You can explain. When you will be called upon to explain. Because if you are thinking of, you show this maybe to any organization, they will ask you, how does it work? The theoretical framework as it relates to physics. Are you getting me? You want to be very sound in physics. Motion, force, you want to be very sound in physics before you be able to explain this. So I want you, to study your physics very well. Not only physics, because this thing has a lot to do with science. study science so that you will become, one of the scientists in the future.
Thank you so much.
I really appreciate it. Thank you. I also commend the teachers in this department. I want to continue, with this. Even other innovations. I want to come up with that. Not let do this. Okay, that is fine. That is fine.
So many.
In fact, there are some people that came to my office before I just came out.
Okay. We are going forward. What our people has said, we should be very good in physics. Is that understood? So you study your physics, combined with creativity, we are going to go places. Is that okay?
Yes.
Now, I ask you, have anybody anything to contribute to this? What do you think we should add to make this something more, better? Who asked? Yes, you.
I am just today. I'm in art class. My contribution goes like this. I would think we should encourage the students that did this. We should provide the school with more equipment. So when they are teaching us in class, it won't just be theory. We can have some live practicals that when we go home, sleep about it, when we talk about a better future, everything starts today. Our development starts today. So I love them to call the student, encourage him, monitor him, because from here he can tell us his future is going to be bright. He has more things to create. It's not just the end. So please let us come together and then acknowledge him. We check other kids. He may not be the only one. There are others. They are hiding somewhere. Probably they are shy. So we get to know them and then bring them to the light. Thank you.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Noted. Who else has something to say? Something to say to contribute to it.
Actually, I want to appreciate the students for coming up with an invention like this. I want to appreciate their creativity and give God the glory for the grace given to them.
Right.
Because it is not just ordinary.
It's not.
I want to encourage them to keep up, because if you combine creativity with academics, nothing will be your limit. The sky will be your starting point. And so I love you to keep up. Get closer to your teachers and get encouraged. They say birds of the same feathers flock together. And because birds of the same feathers flock together, you have to come up with like-minded people that they encourage you in this. I appreciate the physics teacher and the head of the Department of Sciences, Mr. Ephraim, has so much encouraged you in diverse ways, and has encouraged you equally to come up with this creativity and innovations. I know once he took you to a factory in Okanafo, where palm processing still was made. So many of you were part of the team. The other time had encouraged you and had taken you to this tilapia resort, and some of you were trained on photography, which was something very wonderful. He has been doing it. He took you to the e-life. So you need to identify yourself with this kind of personalities, because it's personalities like this that will encourage you to build up your future. And then you will be determined on your own, because if you are not personally determined, then you won't go anywhere. So with that determination and with the grace of God upon your life, I would having a mentor like this, then in fact, you know that you are excelling in life. So I ask you to keep up.
Thank you so much. That was Mr. President Ephraim, one of the teachers in school. Senior prophet, how listen? And the senior prophet.
I'm so happy to see this kind of element.
Well, actually, my name is Emmanuel Washington. I'm a science student in SS3. Though I'm a science student and a physics student, I've not yet gotten to this level. So this serves as a challenge to me. And with this, I can I am motivated to do more. That is to look into science more than I have ever looked at it before. And with this, I believe Nigeria can grow can grow out of the time where we depend on everything that is foreign goods. You see, common even toothpick sometimes, as I've heard, is even imported.
That's true.
So if we import toothpick, then presently is it a machine that we'll be able to build and export also. So with this kind of development, I believe in the next 5 to 15 years, we will now be a developed country where we can produce such kind of machines and also export it where others will also benefit from us. So kudos to all the students that made this a possibility, and also the HOD for science for the encouragement and the provisions for some of these materials. I really want to appreciate, and I also want to call on the school authorities and the State Education Board to see how they can provide the resources that are needed by science students to embark on such projects like this. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Senior Prefect. That was it, Senior Prefect. Has anybody any other thing to say, any contribution, anyone whatsoever to say with regard to what we have on the table? No other contribution. I want to say that next edition of this will be much better than this. Hello? And I want you to go back, think of what to do, how to create something much better than this. Remember what Principal says. Yes. You also need what? Theoretical what? Framework to back up whatever it is you produce. Go think creatively, produce. You can produce anything. We can take Nigeria from where we are to where we ought to be in life. I am so happy, so encouraged, so grateful, and I say kudos to all the students. Go thinking, think more and more and more. Create. You can create something. Thank you so very much. God bless everybody.